important skills that anyone can acquire today, a skill that is needed by more than 100 million Americans, is the ability to drive a... According to leading safety authorities, improper driving is a contributing factor in about 80% of traffic. To remedy this situation, many efforts have been made, including school-age training, to improve techniques and educate motorists in safer driving habits. But a nationally known safe driving expert, Harold L. Smith, who teaches teachers, decided that what was needed was a simple driving system founded on a few logical rules that the driver could remember easily and could apply almost automatically in all driving situations, and perfected his rules. They became a truly basic approach to the problem. He realized that two things are of paramount importance to drivers: space for the car and visibility for the driver. What he had developed was a 5-step formula to create a space cushion he could keep with him wherever he drove, and to acquire and maintain visibility at all times. Here are his 5 rules. Aim high in steering. Get the big picture. Keep your eyes moving. Leave yourself an out. Make sure they see you. Now, with these rules, any driver can greatly improve his driving skill. It is estimated that the average motorist is only half as good a driver as he could be. In Harold Smith's view, a good driver should be able to drive streets and highways for 5 to 10 years without once getting trapped in a situation where he has to swerve or skid his tires on dry pavement to avoid an accident. To take up the rules one at a time, the first is aim high in steering. You can't drive by sighting right over the hood. If you sight over the left fender, you will tend to move to the left, a setup for an accident. Your target is the center of the lane, well ahead. Aiming high will have the effect of guiding you to the center of the lane. The object is to get through traffic safely. Aiming high is the best approach. You must automatically reduce your speed when visibility is poor because of bad weather, and you must look lower to find your steering path. And at night, you must drive even slower because you see only the spray of your headlights, and you are forced to use low-aim steering. Aiming high is imperative in following rule number 2. Get the big picture. The big picture is sidewalk to sidewalk wide and a block deep. Now, what's happening up there? The truck will probably stay in his lane. This car, will he cut in front of us? Will someone pull out of a parking place at the curb? The red car wants to move into our traffic flow. We're all clear on the right. No hazards over there. We must be aware of the long line of left turners. Our big picture seeing keeps us informed and safe. But you can't have visibility if you haven't a clear view ahead. If you follow a truck, your only clue as to what is coming up are his brake lights. When you find yourself back of a big truck, drop back safely. If he's going slowly enough so you can pass, check your mirrors and get around him. To give yourself space and visibility. Rule number 3 is keep your eyes moving. Scanning the road continuously gives you what amounts to a widescreen view of the situation ahead. But you must also know what is back of you. Keep a running check on the changing scene in the rear view mirrors to make sure there are no hazards to the rear. When you see a hazard ahead, don't become fascinated watching it. Dispose of the problem by adjusting speed, changing lanes, signaling, or all three if necessary. These three seeing habits of the Smith system are keys to getting and keeping space and visibility. As you drive along, it must be automatic for you to know where to go if someone else does something unexpected. Leave yourself an out. Your space cushion should travel with you wherever you go. Now here's a potentially dangerous situation. We can't see what's ahead of the big truck. The truck-trailer combination is 65 feet long. At 30 miles an hour, we can't stop in that distance, and we can't see three cars parked just ahead of the truck. At this moment, the first driver is about to pull out. Of course he's taking a chance, but he wheels out right into our path. We can't stop in time, but fortunately, we can stop the film and avoid a crash. We can also go back and do it over, but this time we leave ourselves an out. We cut our speed to maintain visibility, so we can avoid an accident if anything comes out from behind that truck. Both drivers were going too fast, because neither could see the other until it was almost too late. Most collisions result from mistakes by drivers. Leave yourself an out and reduce your chances of having an accident. Rule number 5 is this: make sure they see you. How can you be sure other drivers and pedestrians see you? The horn, lights, even in daylight, and eye contact are your communication tools on the road. Use them positively. This way, the other person knows you are there and has a good idea of your intentions. Make sure they see you. For example, down a line of parked cars, the vacant steering wheels indicate cars that will stay put. But here's one with somebody behind the wheel. What's he going to do? A tap on the horn will tell him you are there. Sometimes drivers don't check traffic to the rear. We sound the horn lightly, and we get eye-to-eye contact. Harold Smith says the horn is too often used simply to express alarm or deliver an angry blast. Eye contact is your best indication that the other person will act in a reasonably predictable way. Hand signals and lights will also help you communicate with others on the street.